Hi, I'm State Representative Larry Seaquist, and I'm talking to you from Olympia on the beginning of the final set of weeks as we wrap up this legislative session. Now, our business down here is to amend the two-year budget that we put together last year, and amending in this case means more substantial cuts. Since you're going to see in your paper and as you watch TVW over the next couple of weeks some very dramatic changes or decisions, I'd like to briefly walk you through where we are and what those decisions are going to be. And then at the end, I'm going to give you my opinion about why I'm going to vote in a particular way in a couple of cases. Now, back to the basics. In Washington State, we budget on a two-year basis, a biennium. That's not like the feds. Federal government has a one-year budget. My wife and I have a one-year budget at home. But here in the state, we do a good thing. That's two-year budgets. And our fiscal year begins in July, not January. So what we're doing now is amending last year's two-year budget in the middle of the 2 years. And because the recession has continued to attack our state's economy so seriously, we have to cut down our budget even further, just like households and businesses are doing all across this state. We've got to take about the same amount of cuts, about 10%. So here's what we have to do. We've got an operating budget, a transportation budget, and a capital investment budget. The one where I work is the operating budget. That's the thing that does the education, the health care and human services, operates the prisons, runs the state agencies. We've got to cut that budget back by about $2.8 billion. And it looks like we can do some fund transfers, do some other savings, and get to the place where we need to reduce the budget by only about 1.4. We can start to solve that problem. Then we get now to the hard problem of where do we find about 1.4 billion? Most of that is going to come into outright cuts. So in education, healthcare, and every other thing you can think of, there's virtually nothing in this government that is not going to start shrinking. There are two schools about what to do. Either we should raise taxes so we don't have to cut any further, or we should cut further. I actually think there's a third way. Before, I think we should be cutting. I'm against raising the taxes. But I do think that we've got to do some fundamental government reforms. I think what's going on here is so serious that we've got to kind of reset and lower our expectations of what government does. So as you watch us over the next couple of weeks, send us emails, give us a phone call. You'll see the data on how to do that, the contact information right at the end of this. Let us know what you think. What I'm going to be doing is voting against taxes for additional cuts and for the long-range future of things we need to do to put our state on a path towards long-term economic recovery. I look forward to hearing from you. And as I said, please watch, please get involved. These are extremely important decisions that are coming up in the next couple of weeks. They're just going to affect your future, my future, and the future of this state. Thank you very much.